welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I already filmed this video yesterday and I didn't notice until I went to film it that it was out of focus the entire time. We love that. The worst thing about it is that I actually thought it wasn't focusing while I was filming, but when I went to check it and my face went up close, it would register. And when I sit back, it's hard to see the viewfinder, so I was like, okay, maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe my eyes are going bad. So here we are again, and hopefully it's better this time and not as rambly as it was yesterday, because yesterday was rambly and I'm already starting to get off rambling, so that's great. Are we gonna focus? Okay. A little bit ago, all of the beauty YouTubers were doing the Sephora tag where you have $1,000 to spend on like a fantasy bag at Sephora. I'm not actually sure who started it because so many people did it, but I thought it would be a really cool idea to do something like that, but for Ulta, because I rarely ever shop at Sephora because I typically don't spend a ton of money on makeup. I have an Ulta budget, not a Sephora budget. And with Ulta, you have the affordable and then the high-end stuff, so it's like a mix of both worlds, and I feel like it's just easier to shop there. So I'd much rather have a fantasy basket for Ulta, but since things are a little bit cheaper, I thought I would drop down the amount to $500 and find what I would buy if I just had $500 I had to spend at Ulta. Before I get into it, if you could give this video a like, comment, subscribe, share, anything you do really helps me out and I appreciate it. So the first thing I put in my bag is something I actually saw in Ulta when it first was released, because it was right when you open the doors, they had the display right there because it was brand new. And it's the Tarte Shape Tape Waterproof Body Makeup. Now everyone speaks so highly of the Shape Tape foundation and obviously the concealer, which has been a cult favorite on YouTube, especially for so long. So when they came out with this, I was really excited. I actually almost purchased it for a video, but then it's $39 and I just couldn't justify it at the time. And the reason why I wanted to try this so much is because my legs are almost always covered in either bruises or scratches or scars and hyperpigmentation from mosquito bites. I own pets and I love to play with them and let them jump all over me, and there's something about my blood that mosquitoes just love. Even if I'm wearing clothes, even if I am wearing mosquito spray, they still decide to bite my legs. So I thought this would be a really cool idea to use it theoretically if COVID wasn't happening and I was going somewhere and I was gonna like take pictures where my legs would be showing, I would use this. On the Ulta website, it says it is a waterproof, skin-perfecting formula that masks uneven skin tone, imperfections, and varicose veins. So I feel like that would cover my bruises and my mosquito bites, and I just think this is a really cool concept. I know there are other brands, I think like Sally Hansen and L'Oreal have some that do something similar like this, but I have very high expectations for something that Tarte is putting out under the Shape Tape line. I put several products from BH Cosmetics into my cart because I started looking by brand and I had noticed that they had some new products and I was just really loving what they were putting out. Second thing I put in my bag is their Weekend Vibes Avocado Toast eyeshadow palette. The shades in it are gorgeous. I've been really into green shades lately, not just like with makeup, but with just like everything in general. Like I love a deep forest green, and this has some really gorgeous greens, like more than you typically see in a palette. And they have some light shades, they have some deeper shades, but then they also have some more neutrals at the top. They have glittery green shades, and there's something about the palette that is just so aesthetically pleasing. Honestly, I'm considering buying this palette either way despite this video because it is so pretty, and it's only $18. BH Cosmetics is on the more affordable line, and $18 for 16 shades is not that bad. I have one palette from BH Cosmetics and I really love it. They are gorgeous. Their formulas are so soft and buttery, and I've heard really great things about basically all of their palettes. The next thing I put in my bag, I actually put in my bag 2 days ago when I first started adding things, and it's showing that it's no longer available, but we're gonna put it in my fantasy bag anyway. It's also from BH Cosmetics. It's their waterproof eye color eye lights. So it kind of looks like the liquid shadows from Stila, and it's this gorgeous shimmery teal shade. Teal is like my favorite color, I think. I feel like my favorite color changes like every couple of months. but it's a color that I haven't really seen very much, and it is just so rich and beautiful, and it's only $5. So this is also something that if it was still available at Ulta, I would totally buy this in real life. Actually, I have 2 more things from BH Cosmetics. I believe this is also new because it's part of their Weekend Vibes. The Belgian Waffle 6-color baked bronzer and highlighter palette. The bronzer shades don't look too dark, and they do look like they're on the neutral cool side, so that way I would be able to wear them without looking orange. But it's so hard to find some that actually look good on pale skin. And then the highlighter shades in this palette are right up my alley. They're also very light, so I feel like they would look really good on my fair skin. The darker highlight shade might work, it might not, it depends, but that would be a beautiful color as an all-over eyeshadow look. And the last BH Cosmetics product I put in my bag, I'm pretty sure, is another shadow palette. It's their Cherry on Top 8-color shadow palette. This is also $18, so it's a little bit more expensive than the other eyeshadow palette, considering it's only 8 colors as opposed to 16. I've really been looking for a good brick red shade. All of these in here, I feel like I would use these shades. There's like a fuchsia pink that I know I have in 1 or 2 other palettes, but everything else is really pretty. They have a nice transition shade in there. They have some shimmery shades at the top. Even though I might not do it very often, I love the look of red eyeshadow, and this is just a gorgeous palette. The next 2 things I have in my bag aren't that exciting. I feel like even though I was given $500 of hypothetical money, I still felt like I needed to be stingy with that money and like really budget out, even though this isn't real. But lately I've been wanting to try out new cleansing oils. Currently I just use almond oil. I use that to remove my makeup, and then I go in with the cleanser. That was per a suggestion from the Golden RX here on YouTube, or LA Beautyologist, and it works well. It does a great job of breaking down makeup, especially the really tough waterproof eyeliner and mascara. The one thing I don't like about it is it really, like, it's oil, so your skin feels very oily afterwards, I guess. There's like no other word I can think to describe it. And you have to do a really good job of cleansing with your cleanser after that to make sure the oil carrying the makeup is all off. So I've been thinking of trying a cleansing oil that isn't oil, but also kind of like a cleanser, so it's not like a pure oil, thinking it would work a little bit better, because when I see other people use it, it looks like a thinner consistency than what I use. That was a long-winded way of saying I want to try the 4th Ray Beauty BFD cleansing oil. This is $14, and I've heard really good things about this on YouTube. And when I was searching for a cleansing oil, I came across this other product that I've never actually heard of this brand, I don't think. It's Formula 10.0.6. I don't know if that's how you say it or if it's just Formula 1006. But it's their Bare Face Beauty Skin Hydrating Cleansing Oil. This caught my eye because it's only $9.49, which I think is pretty good for a cleansing oil. Those typically run a little bit higher. And it says it's a skin moisturizing cleansing oil with almond and vanilla. And what I use currently is just straight almond oil. It's very affordable. It has pretty good ratings in the Ulta reviews. And it's a brand that I haven't tried out before, so I put it in my fantasy bag. I did end up putting some higher end products in my bag because I was like, all right, this isn't real. This is $500 I don't have. It's a hypothetical trip to Ulta. I might as well loosen the purse straps a little bit. So I've heard, and I'm sure everyone has heard, great things about the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a mascara that is commonly raved about on YouTube and in real life. It's a really good lengthening and volumizing mascara, and it's been out for probably years, and I've always wanted to try it, but $26 is just more than I'm willing to spend on a mascara. But if it's not my money, the other thing is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is $30, which is, I knew NARS is expensive, but it's just hard to wrap my mind around some of these prices because I pretty much religiously shop in the affordable or drugstore sections. I'm like okay with spending more money on things for my hair because I feel like it's doing good things for my hair and like it's repairing it and moisturizing it, but for makeup I just have a harder time bringing out the checkbook. So like a lot of the other products I'm going to mention, I have heard great things about this concealer on YouTube. My favorite YouTuber, Taylor Wynn, has talked very highly of this. It has nearly 5 stars in the Ulta reviews, and the people that have talked about it say it doesn't make their under eyes look dry at all. So we are adding that to the fantasy bag. When I was putting these things in my cart, I was getting very excited, and then I had to keep reminding myself, like, this isn't actually happening. We're not actually buying this. Now, to go with the concealer, this product needs no introduction. The Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. It is $39, but it has almost 5-star reviews on Ulta, and everyone I've heard talk about this loves it. I have not heard one bad review. They say it makes the under eyes look so smooth and bright and never dry or dark. You can also use this on your face, but most of the people I hear talk about it primarily use it for like baking underneath their eyes. So of course, since this is only spoken highly about, I had to put it in my bag. I also wanted to try out a new foundation brush. I have several that I like. I enjoy them. They provide good coverage, they don't shed, and they work really well for me. But I've also heard very good things about the IT Cosmetics brushes. So I found the IT brushes for Ulta Airbrush Buffing Foundation Brush number 110. It's $24, which is also the theme of today's. It's more than I've ever spent on a single brush, but it is like a flat top kabuki, and I've seen a lot of people use IT Cosmetics flat top foundation brushes because they say it provides really good high coverage. Okay, so I originally put the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil in my bag because like everyone talks about it, but I'm pretty content with the eyebrow pencils that I've tried out already. I don't really see a need to try out a high-end one when the ones I use work perfectly for me. But I did see that they have a new micro stroking detailing brow pen, so it's basically like an eyeliner but for your brows. Typically these types of formulas for brow pens are using the 3-pronged top where it's supposed to mimic the look of hairs, but in my experience at least, it never looks natural. But since this has such a fine tip and it's just a single stroke, it's not like you have to work with 3, I feel like this would actually work really well for trying to recreate that hair stroke look because it's so fine. You can create just tiny little marks to make it look like it's more your natural brow. Oh, can you see that? I don't know what the heck happened. There is pink all over my face. I don't know how long it's been sitting there. We will be back. Again, I have no idea how that happened. I ended up putting on some powder that I'm just gonna let sit there and bake to try and cover it up as much as I can because it's not wanting to just brush off. Anyway, Anastasia Detailing Brow Pen looks pretty cool. I'd love to try it. It's $22. Let's move on. I also added 2 MAC products. I've never purchased from MAC, but I want to try their Paint Pot eyeshadows. It is $23 for one, and I've heard from people that these last a really long time, so it's not that much considering how long it lasts. Many of my favorite YouTubers use this all the time as a base for their eyeshadow because they honestly say it extends the life of your eyeshadow and helps keep things matte and just staying all together. So I figured if I'm going to be purchasing from some higher end brands, that this would be a good item to keep in my kit, my hypothetical kit. It also has nearly 5-star reviews on Ulta, as well as the Prep and Prime Primer and Setting Spray. This is also no newbie to the YouTube scene. So many people talk so highly of this. I've heard people claim that it not only makes your makeup last longer throughout the day, but it also makes your makeup look more soft and set in on your skin after you apply your makeup, especially if you are using powder. It just entirely changes the finish and makes everything look just a little bit more skin-like. So I've done quite a few self-tanning videos. I've tried some mists, some mousses, some natural DIY alternatives, but the brand I probably hear about the most is Saint Tropez. I know how to say it now. In my other video, I really butchered the name. And this is their classic bronzing mousse. So this is 32 ounces for $4. I think what I typically get is around 6 or 7 ounces, and they're usually like half that price or a little bit cheaper. But everyone claims that this gives the most natural, glowy self-tan. I thought I might as well see what all of the hype is about, see if it's actually better than the ones I purchased for like $10 to $15, or if it's all just hype. And with that, I added their Luxe double-sided applicator mitt. Okay, and the next brand I've never heard of, and I just so happened to stumble upon it somehow when I was just going through all the hair products, and it's the Authentic Beauty Concept Replenish Hair Mask. It says it's a replenishing mask for damaged hair, which I definitely have, and it has full 5-star reviews on Ulta, which I feel like that doesn't come by very often. It's $38, which isn't that much. Like I said, I'm more inclined to spend more money on hair products, and I have spent more on like my Ex Mondo from Brad Mondo products. It claims to strengthen the hair fiber and restore the cuticle, and it contains maple and pecan nut, known for nourishing and soothing properties. I have not seen either of those, I'm pretty sure, in hair products before, so maybe that's their secret. It's also cruelty-free and vegan, so I want to support this brand. This next product is probably the one I'd be most excited about actually receiving. It's a perfume, and I do not really spend money on perfumes. I haven't purchased one in a really long time. I've received some samples in my Ipsy bag, but that's about the extent of it since like high school probably. But in the Ulta magazines, they always have the little samples for you to smell, and I love the Marc Jacobs Daisy Love perfume. I guess their whole Daisy line I actually like, because I think they have like Daisy, Daisy Love, Daisy Dream. All of them smell so amazing. I would purchase the 1.7 ounce, which is pretty standard for a perfume. I've actually considered buying this a couple of different times, but then chickened out because of the price. But I love the scent of this. It smells so fresh and bright, and it's something I can see myself wearing hypothetically every single day because I wouldn't get tired of it. And the bottle's pretty. I do not like perfumes that have weird shaped bottles. Even if they smell amazing, if they're shaped like a shoe or a waffle or a phone case, I don't want to use it. I like the classic look. I like my perfume bottles to look nice on a little shelf, a little display, not look like toys. I know that's kind of common among celebrity perfumes, but I'm not really into it. Alright, the last 2 products I put in my bag are nail polishes. So as you can probably guess from everything else I've said in this video, I don't like to spend a lot of money on nail polish. I chip it off way too easily, and I just don't see the need to spend any more than $3, max $4 on a bottle of nail polish. So I found this brand on Ulta, Zoya. They have really good reviews, and they have this gorgeous royal sapphire blue that just reminds me of like a galaxy, and it's sparkly and it looks so gorgeous. It's like such a rich looking color. The next one, since I've been talking about loving green, I have been on the lookout for a forest green nail polish that isn't shimmery, because all of the ones I've found are the shimmery, sparkly type of nail polish, but I haven't found any that are like the simple matte, just one shade polish. But I found one when I was searching on Ulta's website. It's from Essie. It is $9, and it's like basically exactly what I was looking for. And it's such a pretty shade, and even though I don't want to spend $9, I feel like I'm going to end up buying this because I can't find one for any cheaper. And that completes my bag. The total came to $497.49, and I actually didn't calculate tax into this whole $500 thing, so it would definitely be more, but we're just gonna ignore that because this is all hypothetical and I don't want to redo this. If you're interested, I would love to know what is in your Ulta $500 fantasy bag. I will also list all of these products down below if you want to check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate if you'd give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.